football in the Lone Star State here at NRG Stadium in Houston. Straight ahead, a good one in store this afternoon. It's the Washington Commanders and the Houston Texans. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go from NRG Stadium. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
Right side, he's got Moreau. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. Right away, a loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
At the 26-yard line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclones. David Montgomery. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of
18 yards on the pickup there. It's good for a Texans first down.
First and 10.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. One more time for Montgomery. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down for Houston.
First down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
They do a really nice job defensively in there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Take down. Touchdown, Houston. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders, nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's a gain of 21
A pickup
yards.
of 21 on that connection. First down, Washington.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Washington.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Daniels now on first down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down. De'Ami Brown was the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Big Sheldon Rankin getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He's trying to get that one to Noah Brown. And that'll set up 4th down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible. because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Schultz, the motion man. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
1st down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Ford. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Second down, they need 3. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he's going to have a 1st down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Daniels. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's good for a Washington
A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, The defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
To the air again is Daniels. He'll step up and run this. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing is Daniels. They're called in at the 2. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Washington.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really.
And he barrels his way into the end zone.
Touchdown,
Jerome,
Washington.
4. Touchdown, Washington.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The extra point by Brown is good. And the Commanders will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Texans offense headed back to take over once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
32-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, here's Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He'll find his man. That's Jaden Higgins. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
And the Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They run out of the gun with Montgomery. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
First and 10.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And that will lead to a second down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 15-yard pickup there. First down for Houston.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. More from Houston coming up in a moment. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. In motion now, it's Collins. Second down, Montgomery. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Headed left, buying time.
C.J. Stroud. A gain of 9 yards. That's another Texans first down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle. Just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge...
And the throw left sideline caught. They ruled incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Moreau in motion. On the ground, Montgomery. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Johnny Newton on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his man, complete to Dell. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
To the goal line and in. Take down. Touchdown. intercepted. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Texans 14, Commanders 7.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. Open man downfield is Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Washington. 32 yards.
And the Commanders' first down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now Daniels going to give this forward to the receiver. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That's to McLaurin. They connect again. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Texans offense and receiver Tank Dell ready to go once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run with Montgomery. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Ron Payne there for the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, Stroud. This is caught Downfield, it's Dell. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. He was trying to connect with his tight end, Dalton Schultz. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
Here's their punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Commanders' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action, Daniels. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The Texans offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. On 1st and 10, it's Montgomery. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Moreau in motion. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Johnny Newton there on the stop.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
This is 3rd and 6. Now, Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Fairbairn skip is good. And the Texans build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. He'll find Rashad White. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
Gain of 15 yards.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. It's 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Washington.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. A give to Ford on the zone read, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
They'll go back to Ford on 1st down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Daniels. He'll swing this one out to White. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
13 yards on
That's the
play.
2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And the Commanders are going to be set up 1st and goal. Good running takes them down to about the 4.
Commanders, first down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency.
Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
A little bit of a snowball effect going on. Things seem to be unraveling just a little bit here offensively. It was the miscommunication that led to the incomplete pass on the first play. Now it's a sack on second down, and they find themselves going the wrong direction.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll drink, and he's into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The extra point by Brown is good. And the Commanders are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. They're going to run the draw with Montgomery. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Stroud to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
27 yards.
A gain there of 27 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Big Johnny Newton there for the stop.
36-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Second down, 8 yards to go. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Stroud connects with Collins, and it's a first down for Houston.
First and 10 at the 22-yard
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 11-yard line.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Stroud gonna set up to throw. And he's gonna be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Jerome getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal.
A 34-yard
This
attempt.
from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that kick will help extend the lead, but remember, Mike, it's still a one-possession game. Halftime's right around the corner, so both teams, there's a lot of work left to be done before we crown a winner here.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. In motion, Okonkwo. They'll open this drive on the ground with 4. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. So 31 yards on this play. A 2nd big one in a row and another 1st down.
1st down, Commanders.
And it really starts with the blitz pickup by the guys up front. I mean, the defense, they sold out. They're trying to get home. The offense is ready. They end up using their aggressiveness against them, and they pick up a nice gain through the air.
A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. He'll step up and run, and he's going to slide down with the 1st down inside the 5. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
Washington Commanders.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
Crosby, Merrick, and nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end. Mike kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
No issues there. This one is good. And the Commanders will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Stroud. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
A run up the gut with Montgomery. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, Stroud. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Take down. Touchdown, Texans. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Texans will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Commanders 17.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Commanders' offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Open man downfield is Brown. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On the handoff, it's White, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
2nd and 10. Now Daniels. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or kick a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there, works through his progression, move on to the next play, and just throw that ball away.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Complete to David Montgomery. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Here's Stroud. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
The Texans getting all set to punt. Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing on second down. Daniel. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Complete to Chig Okonkwo. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Daniels now going to look to throw. He's going to have the first. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
That's good for a Commander's first down. A gain of 9 yards and a Washington first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On the handoff, it's White running right. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Daniels. He'll step up and run this. A gain there of 21. Good for a Commander's first down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Washington first down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Whoa! And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Commander's first down.
Here's a designed run. He takes off.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. On the zone read, here's Daniels. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
A gain of 15 yards.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Man in motion is Brown. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5. On the ground, it's White as we begin the 4th quarter. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short. Now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for 1st and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
EJ Speed on the tackle. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. To throw is Daniels. He'll find his running back, White. And he will score! Game on! Rashad White. Touchdown, Washington. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's Brown on now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Dell, the motion man. On play action. Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. And he's going to make his way out of bounds. That did not work as planned. Good size loss to take on 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
In trouble, and down he goes.
They really needed that one, didn't they, Mike? I mean, they have to find a way to keep this as a one-possession game. This will at least give them a chance to do so, depending on what happens here on 4th down.
The Texans set to punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And this is not going to do the trick. Not even close to where they needed to be. Turn it over on downs. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Man in motion is Brown. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That one too far. Over the end line. Overthrow. It is incomplete. Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And now 3rd and goal coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
White. And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in. 2nd down.
A field goal only ties it. When you find yourself this close, you're thinking 6. Let's take the lead. But now after that 1st down loss, it really changes the approach now on 2nd and 3rd. You have to at least come away with points.
One more time, it's White. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Rashad White, touchdown Commanders. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Extra point coming now from Brown. The kick is good. And the Commanders have taken a 4-point advantage.
31, Texans 27.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Texans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Switching.
So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late.
Defense.
He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Dell, the motion man. Little quick pass to the receiver, heading right. And a nice defensive play. They're good awareness coming through to make the play in the backfield for a loss of yardage.
43-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Again, working deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here. And now the punting unit will come on. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he'll have a Commanders 1st down as he gets this up to the 24-yard line.
Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
12 more yards. That's another Washington 1st down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
It's a gain of 9. brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 1. Another run here with White. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
A gain of 6.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
On first down, right back to White. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Daniels. He keeps it himself. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Washington.
Now it's White. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll go again with White. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
Another Washington first down. First and
When
goal
done correctly,
at the
Mike, this
2-yard
is just
line.
such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with White. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
It's now 3rd and
You know, at
goal.
this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Here's Braxton Berrios to bring it out of the end zone. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.